What is going on, ERB sports fans? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're not going to open any cards. We're just going to talk about cards, specifically Fanatics. Now, I heard through a couple sources. Now, obviously, check out Sports Card Dad, check out Neo Cards and Comics, check out my friend Step in the Boxes channel. As it turns out, Michael Rubin and the whole Fanatics crew was over at the Chicago Sports Spectacular this weekend. Guess they're probably doing a little bit of scouting. Don't know too much about what exactly they had on their agenda. A lot of selfies taken, a lot of social media posts. Seemed like a pretty good time. And my general thought is I am all for Fanatics getting to know their customers better. If this is supposed to be the Avengers team, as Jeff Wilson would say, and they're going to 10x the hobby, the only way that they're going to do it is to not be know-it-alls. And what I mean by that is they're going to have to get to know their customer, because they don't come from the sports card background. They don't come from sports background from any of them. They come from entertainment. They come from high tech. They come from a very diverse set of industries. And hopefully it's a good fit for the future of the trading card hobby. I also think it's really good that they get some direct voice of the customer, and hopefully the card show isn't the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. They do this, maybe show up at a Target, show up at a Walmart, catch people in line at their local hobby shop. Maybe they can find a way to buy stuff from people on eBay, leave them feedback, and just really try to learn and learn and learn and learn, and more or less become what I would call the Amazon of the trading card hobby. Now, Amazon, we all know Jeff Bezos, pretty polarizing guy. I don't know too much about him, but I know that one of the reasons why he was so successful with Amazon back in the day was that he said, we are going to focus on excellent customer service and delivering value to our customers. And if you make that a tenet of what you do as a business, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, you're going to more than likely be successful. So if I were in Fanatics' shoes and I said, I want to 10x the hobby, I want to grow this hobby to be something that it currently is not today, and I want to have the potential to have very good returns for my investors, you're going to have to get to know your customers. You're going to have to get to know who you want as customers. You're going to have to get to know what customers are looking for in order to deliver value for them long term. Now, in the case of the two products that I have in front of me, on the right, we've got Update hanger boxes. Everybody said, hangers have bangers. It's a Topps flagship product, paper, not sexy. But when done right, that product can be very fun. It can be very enjoyable. It can be very enticing to many, many different audiences, whether it's a breaker, whether it's a kid, whether it's an adult who's middle-aged like me, or an adult who's over the age of 70. It's a fun product. And that is what I hope Fanatics learns from this word of mouth / customer, voice of the customer intake that they're doing right now. It should give them valuable insights into what people want. The same thing can be said, that's one of the things Jeff Wilson kept hitting over and over again. He kept saying, well, Fanatics has the data, they have the big data, they're going to know a lot about their customers, they know what they want. Well, point of sale matters a lot. When Fanatics' website has products sit stale for month after month after month, like let's say, for example, they put Topps Retail on the Fanatics website, I'm going to guess they wouldn't sell a whole lot of it. Now, they might, maybe onesie, twosies here or there. And they're certainly going to market the absolute bejesus out of that product, like they have been. It's funny how they market that product so well, yet other products like Gilded or Ben Baller or Sapphire, that stuff sells itself to some extent. But Logo Fractor, forgot about Logo Fractor. They market those products very little, and they market these flagship products that are cheap to produce a ton. They make a ton of them because it's a cheap entry point and it gets people sort of addicted to the chase, right? Now, again, going back to what I was saying, if Fanatics wants to learn how to build a customer base, now I'm not saying they don't know how to do that. I mean, they're all successful business people in some right. But people in the card industry have also been here for a very long time. I've seen the ebbs and flows of the junk wax era, leading into the late 90s, the early 2000s, then kind of amping up again with Zion Mania, Wander Mania last year. Who could forget that? Life-changing for some people. No pun intended. And I would say, to see where it's headed next, is it headed more than likely towards the junk wax era or more than likely back towards the late 90s and early 2000s? And I think you can find the right balance of both. I think you can eliminate some products that you don't need. As we've seen already, they're trying to cut back on the number of product lines they make. And hopefully the ones that they do make, they make the cards very well. They make hits attainable. They make the cost of entry affordable. Doesn't have to be across the board, but affordable for the average consumer. And then for people who are in it for a little bit more of a high risk, high reward kind of thing, make hobby products attainable, establish print runs. Give us all the details that we need to make good decisions with our money if we're going to keep giving it to you. So I guess to summarize, before I get too rambly in this video, it was very encouraging to see that Michael Rubin took the team for Fanatics Collectibles to the Chicago Sports Spectacular last weekend. I think that's the first step in many, many steps of them getting a very, very good sense of who their customer base is, who they want it to be, and who it has the potential to be. You're not going to know everything right out of the box. You're going to make mistakes. They already made a mistake with Series 1 retail. They probably overdid it. They're going to learn from that mistake, and they're going to correct. Now, do they overcorrect? We'll have to wait and see. But I guess what I would like to see is them spend this entire year doing nothing but voice of the customer collection before making any more radical changes. Sprinkle in a few good products here or there, correct your quality control issues, and communicate directly with your customers. You're going to have a lot of returning customers year over year. It's as simple as that. This isn't rocket science. It's men on cardboard. And with that, thanks again for watching. We'll leave it there, and I'll see you again next time. Take care, everybody.